We want to continue our exploration on solving equations with fractions. You'll notice that this is quite a simple fraction for our fourth example here. And to solve, I'm going to need to multiply each side by the reciprocal, 5 over 2. This becomes 1, or just x by itself. But you'll notice that when I multiply these together, I'll get some things that cancel out. If I rewrite it, I've got 2 times 10, or I can continue to write it out and break it down into more factors. I could say 2 times 5 times 2. You'll notice I've got a 5 over a 5, which I know just equals 1. So I'm left with a 1 and a 2 times 2, which is 4. So my final answer is 1/4. When you get good, you don't have to write out all those steps. In fact, if I set it up the same way, most of the time, you'll just see something like this. I know that 5 and 10 have factors in common. In fact, I know that 10 divided by 5 is 2. But where do I put the 2? Do I put it up top or do I put it down below? You're always going to put it where the bigger number is, down below. So I know the 5 and the 10 are going to cancel, are going to factor, and I'm going to be left with a 2 down here. So I know I have a 1 in the numerator and a 2 times a 2, which is 4. Again, when you get good and it's faster, you'll see this a whole lot more. Let's do another example. 4 elevenths n equals 6 over 55. Again, we're going to multiply each side by the reciprocal, so 11 over 4. And you'll notice it'll happen twice. I know that 16 and 4 have 4 in common, except it's going to end up in the top where the larger number is. 16 divided by 4 is 4. The same thing is going to happen with 11 and 55, except it's going to end in the bottom with a 5. So all I'm left with is a 4 over a 5. Again, if I wanted to break that down, I've got 16 times 11 over a 55 times a 4. Or if I break it down into factors, 4 times 4 times 11, 5 times 11 times 4. I've got a 1 here because it's an 11 over an 11. And I have a 4 over a 4, which is another 1. And I'm left with 4/5. Go ahead and try this next question. Here's a hint. 39 is a multiple of 13. You should have multiplied each side by 13/5, found that 39 divided by 13 is a 3, and 25 divided by 5 is a 5, so your final answer should be 5/3.